And round 4 of the GT series. Yeah, it starts now. It's going. The drivers approach turn 1. Things are happening. Kaz just gets a double overtake on Pudum and Hruval. Very nice. Let's head further back to the GT1s over here. Not much. Let's head back to the mighty group over here. It is just the beginning of the race. The groups are going to be mighty. The crashes, hopefully just as mighty. As I can expect, GT1 is not looking too feisty right now. But what a beautiful sight. 22 drivers, yeah, 22 drivers all hurtling it around the track. We have some, oh, and we see a crash happen in the background, a spinner. Big spin happens. And that is what appears to be the Corvette of Sleight of Shred. And, an incident happened there, probably between the GT2 driver and a GT3 driver. Very unfortunate, he was slipped right to the back. Which also makes him last in GT3. He's going to have to make one hell of a charge to get back up. Charge. Yep. I just said chance. And either I just saw an overtake, or Valve protecting his position. Blaze is really putting the pressure on him. Let's see if he can get the move done. Looks like Blaze is taking a tighter line through this corner, but is gonna... Looks like he's gonna lose out a bit. I'm not too sure, but he is still quite close behind him. GT1 is already creating a gap to each other. Although there is some GT1 cars up here. We have 5th and 6th place fighting for position. They're actually very close to each other, so we're fighting for 3rd position right now. That is Pudum being pressured by Mr. Monkey Nut. Oh wait, Kaz is being pressured by Mr. Monkey Nut. Alright, very nice. Oh, and we have an incident at the back. That is Ronan. That must be Ronan, because that is who is lost out. So Ronan having either a mistake or a racing incident with a fellow driver sends him not too far away. He's still far. But I think he was the spinner. I am not sure, because I keep missing these incidents. They are happening out of my vision. Very annoying. Let's hop on with Valve, who is being chased by, who is just behind him? Who's being chased by Blaze Shot. Somewhat being chased, he's not being chased very much. So let us head to the back here with our 7th place driver and our 8th place driver. The 2 McLaren teammates who are pretty close to each other. McLaren actually sounds pretty right. So our 1st place GT3 driver is making a bit of a gap so far to Nods. Same is happening for our GT1 driver, who has made himself a sizable gap. We're only on our 4th lap now. Our GT1 drivers have just completed their 3rd lap. The same is about to happen for our GT2 drivers, currently being led by Etben. I'll call him Ben. Ben driving in his Flying Lizards Motorsport Porsche. German power, yeah! Looks like, is that 1 and 2 or not 1 and 2? I don't think so, actually. I think Scorpion was our previous winner. I think. I don't think so. They look like teammates, you know. I could call them teammates. I'd have to get a better look at his livery. You got Valve, who is trailing behind. I don't think they're teammates. They don't look like teammates, but they have very similar looking cars. If you look at them from afar without getting a look at the liveries. But it is going to be a battle for first in GT2. I don't know if the slipstream will have any effect at where he is right now, but we will see. Doesn't look like he's gained anything. Can he gain on the brakes? Oh, he looks for the move, but it's not going to work out. He's way too far back. But it appears as if he has gained time on the car in front. And in fact, he has. I think he is going to try a tighter line through here. Yes, he is. He's going to be putting pressure on Ben, which I don't think I've ever seen Ben race in GT2 before. I wouldn't know. I don't attend much of the GT2 races. I mean the GT Series races. And Ben has made up a bit of that time again. They seem a little closer together since that back straight. Can Scorpion gain time through this weird snake section that I really hate? I think this would be the penalty central zone. Let's see, can he gain or will he lose? He doesn't have a very good line coming through the next corner, and he will end up losing a tiny bit of time. Not enough to really affect him very much, but it was not a good line coming into the right-hander. Valve is still trailing behind, watching the fight. So for now, let's head over to our 6th and 7th drivers. That is... Oh, that is Kid and Slight. That is not Kid. That is Dirty. I'm gonna pretend that never happened. So Dirty and Slight having a good fight so far, and Slight goes quite wide, gonna probably get a penalty for that, and he loses out the position. Will he gain it back? He locks up slightly. He's going to try quite the nice line. He's gonna have the inside, but it's not gonna work out. He's gonna have the slipstream coming down this long straight. I don't think it'll be enough. It will not. Slight locks up again and gets very, very close to the Ferrari this time. But he loses out on acceleration, as I guess you would expect from a big, hectic V8. Big fat V8. Oh, and we have contact between the two. Slight taps the rear of Dirty. Dirty spins out, and I don't know if that was Slight's fault. It definitely wasn't Dirty, because it wasn't really his position to go for. Well, here's what I saw. Dirty was turning into the corner, and he made a bit of a mistake. Slight went for the move. It didn't have enough space, so I ended up tapping Dirty's rear, and that sent Dirty around. Slight only got a bit sideways and continued on his merry way. I don't think Dirt will really appreciate that. Whoa! And Dirt flies off. Forza camera. Forza camera, come on. And we have another car on the side. Slight of Shred. So Slight of Shred has gone off, and Dirty appears to have followed him off as well. I'm not too sure what happened there. So Slight currently sitting off the track right now. He might have stopped the car. So that is unfortunately where his race ends. Not the way he would have wanted, of course. He was fighting for position. And Dirty, I think also DNA. So, I think, I can't really tell whose fault that is, but from what I saw, obviously these Forza cameras are absolutely horrible. So, Slight says something about getting torpedoed. I think that might have been the turn 1 incident. So, here is Slight's defense. He says he said Dirt closed the door on him, and he tried to slow down and not go too fast to let you back past, and then he torpedoed me. So I'm guessing the torpedo was the turn 1 incident there. I don't really know what's going on. I will actually have to see that in the replay. Alright, so weird incident. Slight says in that corner where Dirty was spun around, he says in his defense, the door was closed on him. He did try to make an effort to let Dirty back. Then he got torpedoed. I'm guessing into the first corner because that is still what I saw. I saw both of them going off. Don't really understand what's going on right now until I can really hear the defense from both of them, until Valve gets on the situation himself. Anyway, I'm not concentrating on the race because I'm trying to figure the situation out. We have a battle for first in GT3 between Nods0. Nods makes a bit of a mistake, starts drifting. Bigger Abyss has to take avoiding action and is not going to be gaining a position for now. McLaren versus... Okay. So, Bigger Abyss just outbreaks Nods around the outside and just swoops in and takes a position. Very nice overtake. I think Nods kind of just gave up. Let him past because there was not much of a defense going through that corner. Not sure what's going on there. It's fine. He's got the number 69. He can do whatever he wants. Alright, back to the situation. Light says he spun him at turn 15 unintentionally and tried to slow down. I was trying to stay inside and acted like I wasn't behind him. I wasn't behind, so I spun him. I wasn't going very fast to try and possibly let him back past, and he just goes around. My brain's a bit fried. But what I can pick up from this is that, yeah, he did make a mistake and spun him around. And then try to make an effort to let him past, and then he instead absolutely massacres him at the first corner. And a bit of contact between our first and second place fighters. Nods just rear ends Bigger Abyss. Bigger Abyss slides. They still keep their positions. Rightio. Back to our race here. We have another McLaren of Hull Jumper who was slowly gaining. He's creeping in the background. Okay, so Bigger Abyss is making a bit of a gap, and we have some cars at the back getting lapped, so our GT3 driver has to cut the corner just to avoid some GT1s who are going on their merry way. We have Diamond Jolt also appearing to get out of the way for another GT1 car. Diamond Jolt goes a little wide out of the last corner. Rest in peace, corner. So yes, Slight does confirm that he was in fact rammed into turn 1 by Dirty. So it's not really justifying you ramming into someone because they made a mistake that was unintentional and they try to make an effort to slow down for you. You know that they're slowing down for you out of respect. They want to give you back the position because they know they did something wrong. And then the person you tried to give the position back to, just straight up rams into you. It's not very good. I will have to see the replay of Slight's car getting Shadow Realm entry, gaining space flight. Why am I with Diamond Joel right now? Okay, I should be with second and third who are having a fight. It is a fight for second place, and I actually missed the overtake. Hull Jumper has successfully jumped his way into second place after he was lurking behind the fight for first just earlier. Will Nods tried to make a comeback for that second place. Hull Jumper makes a little lock-up that doesn't seem to affect him at all. But this makes it a McLaren 1-2, but not a Team 1-2, because I don't think... No, Hull Jumper and Ben are not teammates. He's a McLaren 1-2, so McLaren glory. And Nods does the same thing he did to Ben earlier. That's not Ben. Why am I talking about Ben? That's Bigger Abyss. For that, GT3, GT2 confusion. So Nods just taps Hull Jumper's rear in the same corner he did to Bigger Abyss just laps earlier. And this time it didn't end with anything too serious. The last time, Bigger Abyss was sideways. Still kept it on with epic car control. So no change in position from that little mishap there. That only really affected Nods because Nods lost time. And then Nods goes a little... he has a very bad line going through that corner and he's lost even more time. So for now this battle looks pretty damn over. Until next time, folks. How many drivers do we still have left? We have 2 DNFs from GT2. I mean, it's a pretty full track, you know. Very nice to see. So, we've only lost 2 drivers during this race. Very nice. They're pretty far away. Here is Ben that I was mistaking for someone else earlier. Ben passes a lapped car, which is now lapped. That lapped car is probably gonna get passed by oh, he already passed him. Never mind. So it seems to still be a little battle here for first. The two Porsches have been sticking together for pretty much the entire race. No position change so far. But it is still Ben and Scorpion out in front. Scorpion kind of just sitting behind, waiting for an opportunity to strike. He's playing the patient game. And he will also have to play the strategy game. Maybe he will try to go for an undercut if Ben decides to put lap 16 or 17. Pit window opens on lap 15. So he can always undercut if Ben doesn't try to undercut as well. But that won't really work out very well for Scorpion if Ben decides to undercut as well, and Scorpion also wants to undercut. I don't know their strategies. It could be an overcut. You never know. But I think overcuts are usually only advantageous if you are ahead of the guy you are overcutting. Otherwise it's useless. Somewhat useless. I don't know if I've really ever seen an overcut working from behind. Undercuts are usually better if you're behind someone. So then you're on fresh tires and you can gain an advantage. Gain a position. Gain fame. Gain glory. Gain points. And you'll get all the women if you manage to do that undercut. So Scorpion, he isn't listening. Maybe he'll be listening in the future. If you do an overcut strategy, if you do an undercut strategy and it works, you will get all the women. Trust me. That's how it works. I don't know from experience because I don't really do any more racing in Forza Motorsport 7 because I don't really enjoy it. Not doing too well, you know, and I'm kind of just either being pressured the whole race or I'm sitting in the middle of nowhere. And I like streaming these races. It gives people something to watch a replay. It gives a replay for people to watch without having a apparently 24 limit mark. You can only have 24 minutes of a replay. Disgusting. Who dares? Who dares at turn 10 to only give us 24 minutes of a race replay? Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that because we have the greatest race replay ever, hosted by your boy, pole sitter every race while he's safety car. By the way, I'm the world's fastest safety car. I'm on pole every race. It's totally not a flex. So Nods, our third place driver, says they're struggling on tires. Now here's the thing. They just went wide, as I mentioned that. They said struggling for tire wear 2 minutes earlier. And they are still in the race, which means they were typing while they were racing. Alright. Alright, Nods, way to be a Chad. I was typing during the NASCAR race, the Sunday NASCAR race, and I was doing a bit of typing. You are typing while on Circuit of the Americas, while driving the GT3 car on dead tires. You are a definition of typing Chad. You get the name of typing Chad. Why are you typing during a race, by the way? Mad lad. Right, so we have a GT3 car who's going to get lapped momentarily by a GT2 car. GT3 versus GT2, who's going to win? I have an interesting idea of who's going to win. Actually, here's the thing. During the Super Trofeo race, Valve rear-ended a backmarker. So let's see if he will do it again Our back marker goes wide. Valve vs back marker. Who will win? Will Valve end up hitting the back marker? Damn. Why did I have to be wrong? Disappointed that I'm wrong, but you know what? I don't want to mirror ending any more back markers. We're missing someone. Bigger Abyss is gone. Bigger Abyss, who was in first place earlier, I think, has just disconnected. But he was doing so well. Why, Forza servers, why? Why? Anyway, so that means our new leader is Hull Jumper, and everyone moves up a position because of Bigger Abyss's internet dying. Rest in peace, Bigger Abyss internet. You are doing so well. Why? Why, Lord, why? You make my internet die. You know what? At least whoever the internet lord is not making my internet die while I'm streaming a race. Otherwise, that would be way more, what would be the word? It would be way more inconvenient than anything ever before. You know, I have literally nothing to talk about because there's nothing happening right now. Never mind. The battle between... No! Are you kidding me, man? Of course, when I look away from GT2 class, a position change happens. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. Why? This always happens. Anyway, that is a position change, and that means Ben is now dropped down to second place, and Scorpion is now in first place. As I said earlier, Scorpion is waiting for an opportunity to strike, and he did. And this means he can freely do an undercut. And he won't do an undercut. He doesn't actually really need to, because he's got the lead now, but Ben is still right behind him, so the fight is still on. It is not over yet. If you thought it was over, you were wrong. That is a back marker. That's a little worrying. Oh no, it's the world's best back marker. Nothing will happen. Look at that! Look at that! You see that, man? Alk is a literal legend, and you don't even understand it. He sacrificed his racing line, his time. He sacrificed his lap to let these guys through. That's how amazing he is. God, this guy is so amazing. Anyway, remember, if you don't like Alk, you don't like anyone. Simple as that. Alk is just so amazing. He's got natural talent. Alk is only using 1% of his power. He doesn't want to destroy everyone in a GT3 car. Alk would 100% win overall in a GT3 car, because he's only using 1% of his power. And everyone knows that. Anyway, back to the race for first here in GT2. Nothing is happening. Scorpion chose a good time to attack just before the pit start, and he got the position. He was sitting there patiently waiting the entire race. So that is one moment of patience 100 stuff. He just Skyrim'd his way into first. Good job. Can Ben reply to getting patience? That's a new word, patience. Can Ben reply to being patienced by Scorpion? Will he also be patient and counter-patient Scorpion? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm speaking gibberish. But in other news, we have our second place GT2 driver, soon to become our third place GT2 driver, dive into the pits to go for the undercut. As you see a GT1 driver coming out of the pits. Oh god. This is not looking good for Scorpion right now. As long as Scorpion can keep his distance from that GT1 driver, he'll be okay. But that will not be good. If that GT1 driver catches up to him by the end of the lap, he will have to, or near the end of the lap, he will have to get out of the way, and he'll be losing likely a chunk of time if he's not overtaken on a straight to our second place GT2 driver. And that could mean a position change because of pit strategy. And it looks like that Aston Martin driver is going to pass him on the straight. He is moving out of the way. If this is too close, he'll have to sacrifice his race pace to get that Aston Martin pass, and he is going to be getting to the corner. Not good. Not good. So, not looking very good for Scorpion's strategy. He's being caught by a GT1 car, which means he'll have to let him by. I think he's actually going to make it just in time. He's going to be pushing it as much as he can to avoid that GT1 car. So that GT1 car catches up to him and he doesn't get out of the way. That's going to lose him a pretty hectic amount of time. But for now, the pressure is on. Let's see. He did make it, by the way. Chad. Oh, and we have a spin in the pits. Fourth place GT3 car spins trying to get into the pits. Rest in peace, my friend. Rest in peace. Let's hop on with Ben, who's going to be pushing it to the limit to get this undercut working. It does look very far away, and it does look unlikely from what I'm seeing. Never say never, as they say. I'm gonna say never. So yeah, that is very far. Will the undercut work? Remember that L Jumper will be coming out on cold ass tires. Ben rounds the final corner. He is on the straight. A back marker locks up in the background. This is going to be a close one. Comes out on cold tires. He's going to get a bad line coming up to this corner. Will the undercut work? It will not. Very, very close undercut though. That almost worked. So a very good attempt by Ben. Did I say Ben? Ben. Very good attempt by Ben to get that undercut working, but unfortunately it did not work. I think Scorpion's pace on his in-lap was fire. Ben is still going to look for the move though. Scorpion's tires will be warmed up by now. He is making quite a few mistakes trying to keep up with Scorpion here. He's going to have that slipstream down the back straight. This should be the main straight, it's much longer. He does not try anything, thankfully. That wouldn't have ended well. Probably. Going to take a much tighter line to hopefully gain some time. And it actually looks like that tighter line worked quite well. He's going to try and go for the switchback. He's going to have his outside. It doesn't work out because he's probably had one wheel on him there. And Ben capitalizes on a mistake. See, even I'm making mistakes here. Good God. And this means, I guess technically you can say, Ben's undercut has worked. He is back into first place, and Scorpion is going to be hunting his ass. So a very good move through the inside. He saw that opportunity the second it came, and he took it. Let's see if Scorpion can... he cannot play the patient game. We only have about 1.5 laps to go. We have 2 laps to go. Unless Ben makes a big mistake. I don't think... Yeah, I'm getting tired. Don't think Scorpion will be catching up, because look at that gap. Ben in fresh, clean air on fresh, clean tires. The same for Scorpion. But Scorpion is not able to keep up with big boy Ben. Awesome battle. 10 out of 10 would see again. Who's our... Valve is still in third. I think Valve has had like the most boring race of his life. Valve, I'm pretty sure he's seen no action since the race start. That really sucks. What's going on? Wasn't I just talking about Hull Jumper? Oh right, yeah, he wasn't leading earlier because someone disconnected. Been a while since then. I kind of forgot. Whatever. Whatever. Let's hop back on with our second place GT2 driver. It is actually the last lap of the race, by the way. So we are actually going to sit on board with our first place driver, who has made himself an awesome gap. He goes a little wide, moving through these back markers. The GT2 driver of Blaze Shot is also going to get around the outside of that back marker. And so far in this race, Hexor has absolutely destroyed, I don't know, whatever he destroyed. He destroyed that car. That car has been pushed, and that car is literally on fire. I can see the tires, they are burning with fury. This Hexor is going fast. He's going very fast. Alright, so this has been a colossal race. I really enjoyed the action. There was only one Shadow Realm entry, which was between Dirty and Slight. Still a weird situation, but Dirty did send him into the Shadow Realm for something he really shouldn't be mad about. Whatever. Hexor rounds the final corner. Today is his victory. Today is his domination. He has wiped the floor with everyone that isn't him. He slides across the line in victory and takes the win for GT1. We've got our second place GT1 driver, Hruval, who takes an epic second place. And in third place we have Kaz. And he stops for the line and takes it. Let's hop on. Huh? What's going on? What am I looking at? Alright, let's go to Ben. So this should be their last lap and they're right on each other. Ben has actually lost out to Scorpion. Scorpion, with the patient game again, I'm guessing, has gotten back past Ben, and this will be Ben's last opportunity. Wow, why did I miss? I keep missing it! God damn it. This should be Ben's last opportunity. He's going to try and do what he did before. Beautiful battle. I was pretty convinced Scorpion could not make up that gap, but it seems Ben made a mistake. Big goof. And, they round the final few corners. Scorpion goes through the final corner. And that... whose victory is this? In GT2 they are side by side. They are not side by side. It looked like they were side by side. Thanks for making it look very epic. But that is the Scorpion's victory. What a fight. Very nice ending fight. They fought till the very end. Ben got quite a bad exit out of the last corner, it appears, and it looked like they were going side by side. They really weren't going side by side, but it looked like it. And got me all hyped up. Side by side action through the line. But that is Scorpion who takes first place for GT2 with the great battle with Ben who takes second place. Now, let's hop on to Hull Jumper, who he's seen a pretty alright amount of action. So good job to him on taking first place in GT3 in the McLaren. Very nice. And he takes the win in GT3. And we have Nods coming through the last corner for second. And the rest is probably history. Who knows?